There is one thing pissing me off these days. What is up with people who cannot form their... My husband and I have been married for 17 years. We got to the biggest fight we've ever gotten into, ever.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at two incredible but unusual cases. First, a woman who tried to cancel her husband on social media and ended up having to publicly apologize to him. And second, a man who catches his wife cheating on him, right in his own home, no less. Get ready, because what you're about to see will definitely surprise you. Smash that like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes on this video. Drop a comment with your experience and wisdom. We always pin the best one for the community. Subscribe, and let's get started.
There is one thing pissing me off these days. What is up with people who cannot form their own opinions, so they have to go to comments and then be told what to think on things? No one can form their own freaking opinions now. They literally have to be told what to think, and then they become like full of rage or whatever, depending on what one person says about it. And it's just so obnoxious. It happened to me personally with blue toilet water. It wasn't an issue until one giant creator ditched it and gave a very strong negative opinion. Oh yeah, this is a terrible thing. And then everyone jumped on that train. You'll have one loud person make a huge thing and then everyone jumps on that bandwagon. I think when you have certain big figures that people really, really love that jump on one train, you're going to have everyone flocking to that person instead of thinking critically. I think this is an issue.
Stop it. Get some help.
The video with the creator who reacted to what this woman said will be shown in the next video. But when she responded, she was hit with a wave of negative comments, mostly from men. That's because she's doing something wrong. It's not just because a creator said it. When a woman shows that much disregard for her partner, the anger it causes doesn't come out of nowhere. It reflects a deeper problem, where the balance in the relationship is broken and society seems to support the one being disrespectful more than the one who's being hurt. That hurts, and a lot of men are tired of staying silent. But now, take a look at the video that started it all.
My husband and I have been married for 17 years. We got to the biggest fight we've ever gotten into, ever, over our toilet water. You tell me if I'm overreacting, because I really don't think I am. Okay, so here's what happened. Every single time I go out of town, my husband's incredible. Like, I travel a lot for work. I come home. He's so great about cleaning the house, doing the laundry, keeping up with the kitchen. The house is always immaculate when I come home. Somehow this man got it into his head that, what would be really cool is if you put one of those giant blue hockey discs in the back of your toilet water so that every time you flush, the toilet comes out blue. The toilet water comes out blue. Like we live at a 7-Eleven or something. So I come home, I'm using, I go to the bathroom and I'm like, why is the water blue? And he's like, oh, I bought these things to put in the back of the toilet. I was like, what were you doing at the store? Looking at the aisle of all the things for cleaning items for the house where you thought that would be a good idea. Take me through that. He's like, you're making such a big deal. You're being so dramatic. I'm like, I am not being dramatic. So for a month, I'm flushing the toilet and it's still blue. And I'm complaining about it every day. I'm like, Nick, I can't live like this anymore. I cannot live with the blue toilet water. So literally, we're laying in bed the other night and I just go on TikTok, how do I empty the back of my toilet tank so I can, so that I can get rid of this blue water. I literally put in the search bar, how do I empty the back of the toilet tank? He gets up in a fury, oh my God, you're making such a big deal about this. When did you get so highfalutin? Blah, 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 blah. You've changed so much. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Changed so much. We live in a pretty nice neighborhood. It's 2024. What are you doing where you think this was a good idea? So that night, he emptied the toilet bowl somehow. I still don't know how to do it. And it's great. It looks good now in the main bathroom, but not the master.
This might surprise some of you, but I do think this is a big deal because that man is clearly not appreciated for anything more than toilet water. So yeah, I do think this is a big deal. That man is absolutely justified in his reaction. And honestly, he needs to set some boundaries to ensure respect and appreciation for everything he does in that relationship. And that man better not say sorry when it somehow gets turned around on him.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
You know what's going on in this relationship? The roles have been reversed. The man has taken on the role of the woman, and she's taken on the role of the man. Why do I say that? Because he takes care of all the housework while she travels for work. And since it's already assumed that his role is to handle the domestic duties, he doesn't get any respect. And why did she get so upset over the toilet situation? Because of the power dynamic. The man made a decision without asking for her permission, or better said, without getting her authorization. He acted on his own, like another man would if he were leading his household. But in this relationship, he's not that man, so she got angry. Because she's the one in charge, and he's the domestic worker. That's how it's been for 17 years. That's why, when she removed what he had done and he got upset, it hit him. He has no authority. Relationship roles exist for a reason. But she still has another opinion about this. Let's take a look.
I was wrong. I've been humbled. I did apologize to him when he came home yesterday. He was like, Jen, that was forever ago. Who cares? I was like, no. I was dramatic. I just want to tell you I'm sorry. That was a little too much this time. Oh, we're fine on to the next fight. Just kidding. He's the best. Sweet, sweet man. Oh no, he got me. We've been gardening all day together. He really is great. I'm folding the laundry. See, I do things too, you guys.
So at least she apologized, but let me point out why this is a deeper issue. There has to be an underlying reason in order to get so upset about blue toilet water. I just don't think that the seriousness of this is being addressed. And a lot of people are in the comments, and I feel bad in a way to bring this up and to even do a second video on this because I truly don't think that she realizes it. But people in the comments, I mean, they're being direct, but they're being fairly kind. Many of them saying that you're going to push a good man away, that you don't realize how good you have it. So whatever it is that's causing you to not see that and to not feel it, I hope it gets addressed because that man does deserve a better you.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The issue here isn't the blue toilet. It's that the woman got used to being in charge and can't stand the fact that he made a decision without consulting her, like a leader would. She's the one who gives permission, and when he acted like a man, she saw it as disrespect. And what did she do afterward? She apologized, but only because the internet tore her apart, not because she truly meant it. This is a classic case of lack of appreciation. Most women in this country take what men do for granted. They just assume it's their duty, but they do expect appreciation for what they do. Many women go years in a marriage without being empathetic or affectionate with their husbands. That man never hears a, "I'm proud of you," or a "thank you for taking care of our family." There are even things as outrageous as Father's Day, where some women go so far as to congratulate themselves instead of the dad. And don't even mention a gift or a thoughtful gesture on his birthday. It's no wonder you hear the saying, "A man only gets flowers when he dies." And for most men, that couldn't be more true.
A couple weeks ago, I decided to surprise my wife with a kid-free night out. My parents live about an hour and a half away from us, and I arranged for the kids to stay with them for the weekend. Usually, when I go to my parents, I'm gone until later in the evening. We spent all day there and leave around dinner time. This time, I was dropping off the kids and immediately going back home so I could surprise my wife and we can go out as soon as possible. I had made reservations at a nice restaurant and was hoping to go to a few places for some drinks first. I left at 8:30 and was back in our house planning before 12:30. As I pulled up onto the street, I saw a truck parked in front of the house. I didn't recognize it. I assumed it was someone seeing the neighbor though, because it's not unusual for someone to park in front of our house. I parked a few houses away, thinking I would sneak into the house and surprise my wife, instead of pulling into the driveway and going in through the garage. I went in through the basement door. I was as quiet as I could possibly be, but as soon as I walked in, I heard them making sounds on the floor above.
Oh my God.
When
My heart would be on the floor.
When I first heard it, I thought she was just by herself, maybe having some personal time. I didn't want to interrupt her privacy or embarrass her, so I was just going to go back in the car and just go in the garage so she would know I was home. Then I heard a man's voice. I immediately felt sick. My heart felt like it was going to explode out of my chest. It's hard to describe how I felt in the moment. I decided to go upstairs. I had no desire to confront them. I just wanted to see what was going on. I moved slowly and quietly and went up the stairs.
My heart's really beating. I'm not even joking. My heart is literally beating on my chest as we speak.
It's nuts.
I'm really locked in.
I moved slowly and quietly and went up the stairs. The door was halfway open. The kitchen was empty, but I could tell they were in the living room. It was obvious what was going on at this point by the sounds. There was nowhere for me to look in the living room without me being seen. I pulled out my phone and opened the camera. I put my phone just around the corner. I could see my wife with a man I didn't recognize. I won't go into detail on what they were doing, but I think you can figure it out. I started recording it. I was thinking that I need to record it. I need a record of it for whatever I decide to do with it in the future. I just stood there in the kitchen, watching this all unfold on my phone screen. I felt like I could just scream at any moment, but for some reason, I just froze completely. This went on for several.
Damn, man. Either you've got nerves of steel or you were scared. Because let's picture the scene. You're in your house, your kingdom, and like we say in my family, no ball player was born here, but we always keep a bat around. You know what for? You walk in and see your wife, the mother of your kids, cheating on you, and worse, with a man in your own house and in your own bed. A man's bed is sacred, just like his woman. And you just stood there recording without reacting at all. Let's see how the story continues, because honestly, I don't know what to think of this man.
Minutes.
Oh my God.
She finally jumped off him and made a comment about going to the bedroom, and they went upstairs. She even made a comment about how much time they had left. I walked into the living room and found the guy's pants. I took his wallet out and took pictures of his driver's license. I know his name and his address. I've never met him. I have no idea how he knows my wife either. I left the house the same way I entered. I went back to my car and cried like the pathetic man I am. I decided to watch the video to make sure I recorded it. I watched it all. I sat in my car for at least half an hour. I couldn't drive to my parents and get my kids, as I would have to explain why. I decided that I would pull in the driveway, open the garage, and just pretend like I was there to surprise her. I took my time getting into the house. I made a lot of noise. When I saw her, she was very flustered, asking me why I was home, etc. She was in a robe, and she said she was just getting ready for a bath. I told her about my plans, and she seemed excited. She poured us both a glass of wine, and she said we should pregame before getting ready. I don't think I talked very much. She took me into the living room. I'm not proud of what I let happen. I'm gonna read this bit slowly.
Stop.
She took me into the living room. I'm not proud of what I let happen. I could faintly see the guy sneaking downstairs, going into the basement, but I didn't say anything or do anything. I just let my wife continue doing what she was doing to me.
Wow! Wow! He was getting top from his missus, and then he saw next man walk out of his yard, and he just sat there and
Just took it.
oh,
Just took it.
oh my God.
Since that day,
This is really real.
yeah, since that day, I've watched this video of her repeatedly. I can't bring myself to make any decisions on what I should do next. She seems to know something is wrong with me because she's asked me a few times if I'm okay. I feel worthless, and every time I hit a low point, I watch the video again.
Oh my God.
I feel like I've watched it at least 10 times a day since I've caught them. What should I do?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
We'll hear their opinion in the next video. But did you see that man's reaction? It's the same reaction every guy who watched this video had. How the hell do you see a man walking out of your house and just stand there like it's nothing? And on top of that, what are you doing watching that video over and over again? To me, it almost looks like you liked what you saw. Brothers, I'll be completely honest. I wouldn't ruin my life over any woman, and no man should, but not reacting at all? That shows a serious lack of masculinity. If you didn't react on day one, didn't do anything the next day, you're not going to do anything later, because you already lost the momentum. That's why more than ever, we need men to reconnect with their masculinity, because seeing this is just sad. Women are taking advantage of men. But let's hear what they have to say.
Not proud of what I let happen. I'm gonna read this bit slowly.
Stop.
She took me into the living room. I'm not proud of what I let happen. I could faintly see the guy sneaking downstairs, going into the basement, but I didn't say anything or do anything. I just let my wife continue doing what she was doing to me.
Wow! Wow! He was getting top from his missus, and then he saw next man walk out of his yard, and he just sat there and
Took it.
oh
Just took it.
my god!
Since that day,
This is really real.
yeah, since that day, I've watched this video of her repeatedly. I can't bring myself to make any decisions on what I should do next. She seems to know something is wrong with me because she's asked me a few times if I'm okay. I feel worthless, and every time I hit a low point, I watch the video again.
Oh my god.
I feel like I've watched it at least 10 times a day since I've caught them. What should I do?
Question. Do you reckon he's fapped to it?
Oh, Christ.
It's dark.
It's dark, but I
10 times a day, you man.
yeah,
That's
I
insane.
think he's probably. I think he has, but in like a crying state.
Yeah, like a shameful
wank. Yeah,
Oh god.
I think he has. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's the only way he'll be able to get through it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I hear it.
But yeah, that's a dark reading, man.
Oh.
He said he could see the brother walking down the stairs at the corner of his eye, but he couldn't say anything.
He couldn't say anything. He just froze and just let my wife do what she was doing to me.
He said, I'm not proud of this. He called himself a pathetic little man. He called himself like that. Whoa.
He called himself that. He did.
He did.
He
And
really fucking did.
It's crazy because I can understand the fact that when we talk about scenarios, talk about things that happen, we're like, oh, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do that, blah, blah, blah. This is the love of my life.
You don't know what the fuck you're going to do until you're there, bro.
I feel the same way. Brothers, that guy is watching his video through tears and somehow enjoying it. Because honestly, I can't make sense of this situation. Look at how she calls him a pathetic little man. When a woman cheats on you for the first time, she'll be discreet. She'll be careful. But when a woman brings another man into your house, man, that's not a slip-up. That's a full-on relationship that's been going on for a long time. That woman's been cheating on you for years. That guy you saw there, he's the one who really drives her wild. Because she doesn't fear you anymore. She doesn't respect you. A woman who respects her husband would never bring another man into his house. Because she knows that could end very badly, for her or for him. That's why, men, you need to train. Lift weights. Connect with other men. Raise your testosterone. Because right now, women are taking advantage of weak men. In situations like this, they're infuriating. You honestly can't believe this kind of crap is real.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the woman who got upset over the blue toilet water? What do you think of this man's reaction? What would you have done in his place? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.